Is it when they're all justifying rubbish?
Mind them, stupid boys.
Yeah, I'm posting your book. Like we used to.
Hello, good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm waiting for my co-host, Molara. So I guess let's just give her a few more minutes and let's see if she'll be able to join. Hi, Brie, I see you. We're just waiting for Molara. Let me try to call her. Okay. Okay, Molara is here. Molara? Yay, there she is. Molara, you went to use makeup
I
today.
had to rush today. Can you hear me?
Yes, you even did makeup and everything.
I didn't do makeup. I just put lipstick. I had to rush. I had to time myself. Easy.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Easy
Welcome
with that.
to our
In
series,
fact, Alexa should play me one song. So, Alexa,
Reclaiming.
play me Return of the Mac.
Okay. She
While we
wants
wait.
music. We are not waiting.
That is
We've been
Alexa
waiting
will
for
answer
you.
me. Sha.
Molara, can
Alexa,
you hear me?
play Return of the Mac.
I don't know if she can hear me.
Alexa is not answering me.
Molara, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I changed
Okay.
from my wireless.
Okay, so you can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's already 3 minutes gone. I can see Gui already there. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to series 3 of Reclaiming Our Craft. We've been talking to different areas, talking with professionals from different areas of our industry, trying to understand our frustrations and things like that. And as usual, we'll just give a summary of what happened yesterday. So yesterday was for the videographers, the photographers, the content creators, and we had Photonimi and Nana of Cinematics here yesterday. For me, one of the things I learned yesterday in all my 20-something years of being in the business, I never knew that black was a good color for editing. So it was advised that staff should wear black. A lot of photographers and videographers wear black, because black blocks what did he call it? So, but basically when you're in black, it's easier to edit and it's easier for people to move around without disrupting other people's views. I've always been a stickler for time, but it was good to also know that they shared the same frustration of us event planners telling them to get to an event, 5 hours in advance when we're not ready, our clients are not ready. That was quite, I don't know, Molara, how was it for you?
You're making me sound like a commentator.
Why?
Okay, I don't know. No, when you said over to your, what's my
Oh,
thing?
okay.
I think because I don't know, maybe because I've always been in drama and all that stuff. So I don't know. I've always known about that black thing.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just always know that when you wear black, you're not as noticeable
Obvious.
as
Mm,
obvious. So I
mm,
remember even when I started, most times the ushers used to be in black because we didn't want them to be obvious. But I guess with time was when we now moved to colors. So I think that black thing has always been there.
mm.
One thing I learned yesterday, and I want to make one or two comments, is times are changing. So unfortunately, because times are changing, we're kind of losing our culture because now it's more of content over culture. So that's one thing we've agreed. It's very important to the bride on how she looks than any other thing. But sometimes those things are fickle. They would eventually go. Because when it comes to, especially because yesterday it was almost as if we dealt more with weddings than anything, than events in its own. And sometimes these things are fickle. So yeah, you have a after party, was the after party of the year.
Everything is like a
Everything
wedding
rocked,
now.
everything rocked and everything. But at the end of the day, in another 20, 10 years, 15 years, you're not going to be bothered really. Yeah, you could be telling your children about how much your after party rocked, but they don't really care. That's not the substance. So one thing I kind of got yesterday, let's try and still have substance in what we do if we can. It's possible.
Nana said keep the values. I remember
Yeah,
that.
so we really need to keep the values because we are slowly losing our values. We are slowly losing our culture. If we don't know, we are slowly losing them because of we are saying modernization. Modernization for what?
Values over
Because
trend.
yeah, because even now in England, the British man is now complaining that people are taking over, but they will take over if you don't have a culture. And in Nigeria, if we're not careful, we're slowly losing what makes us stand out, what makes us who we are. So my advice to everybody that everything we do, let's not forget the reasons why we started, why we are here. Another thing for Tonimi said yesterday that was very important was relevance. You have to stay relevant. You have to be relevant because if you're not relevant, you're just going to you're just going to find yourself like a dinosaur. And he also said something about the content creator, which was very important. He said if there wasn't a gap, they won't be feeling it. You know, that was very crucial yesterday. He said if there wasn't a gap, they won't be feeling it. So mine is that what is the gap in the events industry that you as an individual can feel? But in you're filling the gap, make sure you're filling it properly and not without, you know, drama and everything. And I just have two things to say or three things to say before we start. Everybody's saying the same thing, which is about standardization. And to have standardization, what is going to work for us is when everyone kind of belongs to an association. No man is an island. You can't just wake up and decide, oh, I'm an event planner, or I'm a drinks person, or I'm a caterer, and just do things anyhow. Because when you're doing things anyhow, you're going to affect the whole catering association as a whole, or how event planners are perceived. So honestly, I'm still going to tell everyone, please, there are so many associations you can join. It's good to join an association. Really, really. Whether you're old, you're new, you're Gen Z or Gen Y, you really, really need to join an association. So that's all I have to say for now.
Okay. Thank you, Malara. So today we're doing drinks. Anything liquid in Nigeria. And of course, we have the best of the best to come. We have the president of the Drinks Association. We have probably one of the best drinks companies in Nigeria as well. And we have one of our top cocktail providers also joining us today. So let's see who is around. Okay. Okay, B is here. Hi, Gui.
Hello.
We can't see you.
I'm
Hi,
driving, no.
Hi,
Jumoke.
I'm
Jumoke.
sorry.
How are you,
I'm in the
Jumoke?
car.
Hi, big
I'm on the road.
sisters. Good evening.
You guys decided to come to the hot seat.
It's okay.
Honestly, there's no way I'll decline.
For those of you that don't know, Bui owns Icebox. So that's the face behind Icebox. And Jumoke is Mandy's cocktails.
Cocktails.
Oga pata 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 pata. So you can see their faces now.
This is our real faces, literally.
Your
Yes, sir.
real
Hello, my
faces.
Oga. I'm
NFG,
Yes,
happy
sir.
if
to be
you're
here.
around, just give us time because since you're president, we are going to take you
Okay.
after Guyi and Jumoke.
It's
So,
better. It's better, my
Molara,
guy.
Molara, do you want to go first?
No, go first. I'm
Okay.
just watching.
Who do I start with? Okay, let me start with a general question that both of you can answer. How do you recruit your waiters? How do you do a background check on your waiters? And how do you handle the whole mess with waiters, body odor, stealing? And when I say stealing, I don't just mean stealing from clients. Even the company itself, because I know that you guys also experience the same things. So who wants to go first?
Who's going first?
Okay,
Jumaka
I'll
should
go
go first.
first.
Ladies first.
I'll go first. Okay, so, I mean, this is like some hot seats. Well, we're here for it. So, for recruitment of waiters,
Yes.
over time, for us, we've had to sort of dribble down in terms of even this events, the numbers of events that we take.
Mm,
So we have some set of waiters that we've been working with over the years. And even if you see, so if you call Mandy's at an event now, you probably would see faces that you've seen over and over and over again. And we have to make that conscious decision to limit the events that we take, so
mm,
that the people so we do not have to be in that tight corner to say we want to go and reach out to people that we don't know. So these are people that we worked with over the years. So we have like a few of them. On very rare occasions, where we have to bring in like new people, very rare occasions. So these are people who actually, they've probably worked for us in the past, or when I say in the past, it could be like maybe like a few months back, and we've sort of seen, the way they work. But because probably there's not enough work to give them, then we call them back. And these are people we get through referrals. So we have a waiter who has worked with us for like a long time. Okay, who can you refer? Who can you bring in? Who do you trust? Who can you pass down the values of the organization to, and they would understand? So that is how we do it. So of course, when we bring them in, we give them that in basic orientation. Okay, this event, this is what is expected, this is what is expected. So that's how we really go about recruitment. And like I said, in recent times, we've sort of like really dribbled down in terms of the events we take. So the waiters we have that I've been working with for years, they are the same faces you probably would see around. So that's one. I hope I answered that one. In terms of theft, this is a really, 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 really big one. Because the funny thing about theft and the reality of theft in the industry is that there's like a cult, or like a syndicate, if I'm to put
mm.
it that way, that
Yeah.
they actually operate, in the drinks business. And this is me being very honest and open, and saying the challenges that we actually face. And some of them, they would even come wearing like our uniform or another company's uniform,
Wow.
branded.
Wow.
And a lot of times, yes, and a lot of times they'll tell you that, oh, man, this stole at this event.
Hmm.
And we're like, what happened? How? No, Mandy's didn't. And they'll say, no, he's wearing Mandy's uniform. But you know what we started doing, not even recently, what we've been doing, and which has been super helpful. So what we do is at every event, there's a group picture. So we have our group. Once you get to an event, everyone is well kitted. You take a photo, like a selfie. The team lead does that. We see all the waiters in their uniform. They take a picture and they take a video of their setup and the environment of that event. And that has been a big game changer for us. So in a situation whereby someone is coming and saying, oh, Mandy's, your people stole, and they're even sending us photo, because there was a problem. There was a time that was a big problem. and it was very bad. And then so, but immediately we changed, that style. So once they send us the photo, we're like, sorry, these are the people who want. If his face is not there, it's not
It's
our
not one of them.
person. So that's how that's how we're able to tackle it. In as much, of course, there's still some underlying thing that we continue to work on, continue to educate them on, orient them on. But in terms of that accusation and all of that, it has really, really, really trickled down because of that method, and everybody's also on their toes, and we're just generally very aware. And it's something that we don't take lightly when it comes to theft. We do not even take it. We will drag you out, and if it's one of our own, we will drag you out. We're going to find you. We're not going to like cover you. So internal theft for us, cocktail people, what we face is materials. Some of the materials that we get to give, and again, I am being very open and very honest here. And then you realize that there's a supply, and maybe it's what's left. Instead of them maybe sending back to the office, you realize that it's just gone. However, again, I personally continue to orient my team. I continue to talk to my staff, and I realize that these conversations that I keep having, in all honesty, I see changes. In fact, there are sometimes that they send pictures of, this is what is left from this event. We've taken it back to the store, and I'm like, oh, fantastic. And what I also try to do is I try to reward some of these good behaviors, with something just to encourage them.
That's key.
From me.
Bui, we know your area is harder because you deal with the expensive drinks.
Yes. So it's very difficult for us here, but let me just start from there.
Okay.
So I'll start from the recruitment, right?
Yeah.
So since we started, we've had staff that have been working with us since we started, and they're still with us till date, if you get what I'm saying. So there are about maybe like 30, 40 of them that has been working with us back to back since we started. And so it's when we have multiple events, maybe we have, because the max we can take in a day is 3 events. So when we have multiple events, now we can try and source for other guys as well that are experienced. But most of the time we are not able to vouch for them. So we just mix them up with our people so that they can watch over them as well. Because sometimes it can be very tasking. And most of our guys are loyal. But the point is, there's usually this personal greed amongst people, which is a general problem. And like I always tell them, if you do your job diligently, you can even make more than you think you'll make if you sell drinks. So we try to educate them, which is not as easy, but we keep improving on it, basically. You see, for the issue of theft, I've had a case whereby we stock up drinks in the store, and I took inventory. I'm saying champagne and cognac and whiskey, and I took inventory the following week, and the case was missing. Of which the keys to the store is in my office. The key to my office is with me. So that means that there would have been like a master key that opens my office. Then they pick up the keys to the store, and it gets into the store, and then pick up the drink. But most of the time, because I don't take the inventories in front of them, they think like I don't know what is there. You get, because if I take one of them, sometimes they feel like, oh, this guy is trying to be, he's trying to be fast. But I let them want to play a fast one, and then so we can catch the bad egg. And the point is that it doesn't happen by one person. It's a group of people. You get what I'm saying? It's a group of people.
Yeah.
Maybe there are like 5 people involved. Sometimes maybe the top guys are also involved in it. The ones that call themselves leaders are also involved in it, and then eventually we fish out the bag eggs and we take them away. Now, apart from drinks missing at events or drinks missing from the tables at events, like Jumoke mentioned earlier, there's some people, they call them parepa. I don't know if you have heard it before.
I've not.
Yeah, that's what they call them, parepa. They come in dressed like a vendor.
Oh, I
Sometimes
can tell you too. Over the years, one short guy and one dark guy. Over the years, I didn't know that that's what they call them. They have never been vendors. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
parepa, that's what they call them. Some of them would steal uniforms. Some of them would buy uniforms and go and brand the company name on their uniforms, and steal drinks. So basically, it's a long chain. You know,
Wow.
it's something that should be
Syndicate.
caught. It's
Wow.
something that should be caught from the door. So when I
Mm.
say the door, the bouncers are also aware of what's going on. If you get what I'm saying. So
And
most
most
of the
are
time,
paripa.
Mm.
Mm.
yeah, most of the
Mm.
time I'm looking after my staff. I'm looking after the paripa guys. I'm looking after the small chops guys. I'm looking after everybody because if anything goes missing on the table, they say, "Oh, Icebox, your staff took the drinks,"
Yes.
and you're not able to, you know, to. It seems like you're trying to protect them.
Mm.
I've had an event where someone's purse was stolen with $3,000. And then my guys were the ones serving that table, as in it was pouring champagne and all of that bottle service. And the woman insisted that it was Icebox staff that stole her purse.
Mm.
Luckily for me, we were dressed differently. As in we had aprons on, we had, you know, and we had like a bandana on as well. So I called everybody that worked at we were like 25 of us. I called everybody that worked at the event. She said if she sees the person, she recognized the person.
So,
But she did not see the person with us. She was very apologetic eventually, but it was very embarrassing.
mm.
Mm. Yeah.
You understand? So there's a lot that we deal with in the industry that is very tasking. Trust me, I'm sure Jumoke can speak about it. It's very, very tasking. It's a lot of problems.
People.
And then your client has paid you maybe 10, 15, 20 million to buy drinks. And then, you know, and then apart from vendors, paripa, even the guests sometimes, God forgive me. I'm
Of
Mm.
sorry.
course. What would
You
you
No,
understand
call
what I'm
them?
saying?
Garepa.
it's the truth.
Because I'll say, okay, please don't open the champagne yet. I'll say the instruction we have is to open all bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No, don't
Yes.
open it yet. What do you
Yes.
mean?
Yes.
And then sometimes they are insultive, like, why are you opening
Mm-hmm.
the champagne? No, no, I don't want you to open it yet.
Yeah.
And so what I tell them is that, sir, I don't want it to go missing. That's why. If you're ready to drink it, let me take it now. When you're ready, I'll bring it back.
Mm.
You know, so some is very tactical, and you know, I'm sure it can be better, but we'll keep trying to improve.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Interesting. Arepa.
And
Yeah,
paripa.
paripa, that's the word, paripa.
I think for
No
the guests will be
definition.
called garepa because even some guests so so if we have paripa, we should have garepa because some girls too are they are deadly. But you said a lot. You opened up a
Yeah,
lot.
because they'll see champagne and they would even tell the planners, I'm taking this home and there's nothing you can do. It's my friend's party. It's my sister's party. Blah, 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 blah.
I
Wow.
think the question I want to ask regarding what you guys have just said, what should be the standard? Maybe so there are three things I want to ask. Do you think we should have like a standard fee that we know that okay, this is what we are giving people in the event industry? And maybe that would help. What should be the lowest, a waiter should get that you think might help? That's one. Then do you think that we should have a standard like recruitment? For example, e.g., maybe OND or something. Do you think that would help the situation in any way? Who's going to go first?
You okay?
Sagui, please. No, 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 no. And this one, you go first.
Okay, so let me say something that I usually say. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm sorry, why an usher gets paid more than a waiter.
I
Right.
agree.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes to me it's confusing because as
Yeah.
a waiter I have to do a lot. I
Yeah.
have to be
Yeah.
at the office a day before to load the truck. I have to get to the event very
Absolutely.
early as early as 7. We offload, we start to ice the drinks, then we change and we start to work. And then there's
Yeah,
an after
very
party.
late.
Most of the
Yeah.
time, most of the ushers have left. And we are working till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And then I send a quote and I quote 15,000 naira for a waiter. Are you asking me, can they take 5,000?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's true. They would say that. They would
At
say
the
that.
time that we were charging 5,000 a couple of years back, they'll say, can they take 1,500?
Hmm.
Which is not very nice, because the point is that if you go outside the country to go and work anywhere, you get paid by the hour.
Definitely. Oh,
So I
definitely.
give you an instance here. I'm trying to do something in Abuja with a colleague. Like we are collaborating to like have an Abuja, business outfit. And then I took some of my boys from Lagos, maybe like I think 5 or 6 of them, and then we called the Abuja waiters. These guys didn't resume until 12 p.m. And they said that they will close at 10, that they don't work till late.
Hmm.
Yes, and they did that.
Are you foreign?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did that. And I spoke to their head team that, you see, this is not how we operate in Lagos.
Lagos.
Although in Abuja they can be very, very lazy. God forgive me, I'm sorry if I'm saying wrong. They can be very, very lazy. They can be very down to earth, not doing anything at all. You get what I'm saying? But the point is that if they can define their work or their what they do by that way, we should be able to do that as well as as people in Lagos as well, because sometimes the boys do a lot that even the business has to keep giving them extras just to motivate them, just to make
Absolutely.
them happy.
Sometimes you buy them food. Sorry to cut in, but I just have to. Like
Yes.
sometimes they go to event because they're there early. You have to buy them. You have to feed them. Please, go on, sir.
And then sometimes you have an event that is starting at 7 p.m. You have to set up at 7 a.m.
Hmm.
and the guys are there from that time till like 2, 3 a.m.
Hmm.
So basically, it should be like a 2-day pay, if you get what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Mm.
It should be like a 2-day, because you have worked from 7 till 12 midnight. If you have to do any extras from 12 midnight till 2 a.m., there should be an extra pay for it. Because I feel like we're not taking care of them enough.
So I
But
say
we
between 10 and 15 or 15. That what we're
15K is okay, at least.
15.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think it starts with us, honestly. And I'm happy
Yes.
we're having these talks, because I can see some people saying that it's the event planners that cuts down the pay of the waiters. To be honest, when I get invoices, I don't even notice that line. That's the honest truth. I actually don't look at that line. But I feel that, in today's economy, if we don't want them to steal, of course, some people will still steal. But if you don't want them to steal, they have to be properly paid. I also believe that if we want to leave them on 10K, 12K, or whatever the case may be, then there has to be a time limit. These boys will work for 8 hours. Any extra 4 hours after that, you would pay an additional, what do they call it? So I guess NFV, yeah, writing down all these things because you will be the one on that hot seat. Malara, you were saying something.
Yeah, so I think from what we're saying, okay, I'm going to hand it over to you now. I think courts are what's this English now? Courts across the board. I think
Yeah.
we should kind of have a standard limit of a standard of what anyone in the event industry should be getting. Do you understand me? So
Yeah.
whether it's 15, that's maybe the least anyone will get will be 15K.
Yes.
I
Yes.
think we need to get to that. I think that's what's going to have to happen
Yes.
because
And
even
hours work
yeah,
as well as
no,
hours.
whether because in England it's like £10 per hour. So on an average, when you call someone, it's about £100
Yeah. So
a
that's what I'm
day.
saying. Average work time is 8 hours. And
Yeah.
anything over that is, and then you have the holiday pay. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you're calling me to come and work on Christmas, there should be some,
probably,
there
yeah,
should
yeah,
yeah,
of course,
be a
yeah.
line for this.
So ideally, honestly, we should actually think of that. If we're
Mm,
not doing that, I think it's something we need to do because, as we says, it's really not fair
mm.
how waiters are treated. To be honest,
Yeah.
they are
I think
human
some of
just
them
there.
are very irritating and annoying, really. But, the ones that work, work.
So,
Honestly,
Jumoke, what do you have to say to
yeah. I
this?
mean, you raised really, really important point. You mentioned having like basic entry, qualification like OND, and as much as that is fantastic and good, of course, you need to think of the pay. So maybe when we get to the point whereby the pay is good enough, we'll be able to attract maybe certain
Right.
level of people. That's one. Hopefully, then secondly as well, I don't even think the qualifications matters as much as just I think it still boils down to being paid,
And
being
true.
well remunerated. And it made a point that was extremely important, which is timing. I would tell clients if this event is night party, we don't have any business being there for 7. We are even cocktail people. It's not drinks. We don't need to ice drinks. And then we'll be there from 7. and we're not going to start working until 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and these guys are not going to close until 3 a.m. A lot of times we have to be responsible for their safety. So again, that's another thing we need to think about when it comes to these waiters. A lot of times they are closing so late, so we have to be responsible, for their transportation or accommodation. A lot of times they'll sleep over at the office. We have to feed them breakfast. I mean, once they sleep over in your space, you must give them food. So it's a lot of things that honestly go behind that closed doors. So I believe that, in as much as some of them would not change, like, he rightly mentioned about personal greed, I believe that if the condition or they're just being thought of and maybe better paid, it might, and the timing for me, even beyond the pay, because we don't, put like pay line like like drinks people would do, full drinks people. Our payment comes under service charge, so we get to pay them, so everything is factored into it. But still, it still boils down to whatever it is. So yeah, I think that timing we pay, hopefully things will get better, and we may even attract better qualified people to be interested in that work of
Dignity,
being a waiter and that dignity in that labor. So by the time we start to recruit, because we see the people that are recruited, around the world, it's a beautiful job, beautiful ladies, young, good-looking men, well-dressed men, so you want us to do all of this, but at the end of the day, how much do we pay them? Some of them even just come to venue and they do this job so they can eat, because when they get to that venue, they will eat. At least, and that's it for them. Yeah.
Is there any training school for waiters? Is there a training, that we know that all trainers, all waiters, this is the standard? Because
Right.
that's one thing I'm not sure we have.
So
If
never,
it's
no, so Wale can also speak about that as well, because never organizes trainings from time to time for waiters,
okay,
and they will give them certificates of
okay,
attendance and all of that stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jumoke,
But of course there are
sorry,
schools that you can go to.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay, they're saying there is one by EDC. Long. Now, what for you? How many of them can pay for EDC? Diary of an event girl. Cheap. Jumoke, I have a question for you. Something that bothers me so much about cocktail people. I know the clients love it, and that's why you guys do it. But I still. So tell me, health and safety. How
Yeah.
long can you display cocktail for?
Okay.
For welcome cocktails, you guys on
So,
the cocktails, you
yeah,
put them
paparazzi.
you put them on those things, and even those ones that you ring a bell and then you stick the thing out. That thing really, really bothers me, because I personally am finicky about the things that go into
Great.
my
That's
mouth.
what they say.
I
Yeah.
already think somebody has talked over it, hair has fallen, and then you have this thing out. I mean, not you in particular.
Yeah, of course, I
And
get you.
have this thing out for an hour, and some people will come pick one up, put it back. So please.
Okay. So of course, there's a place of trends, and then there's a place of, balancing the health and the safety, like you mentioned. So I mean, for us, even if we're to do like welcome drinks or maybe cocktail hour, we would always tell the coordinators or the planner, please let us know maybe like 10 minutes or 15 minutes before the time. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's for us, and that's how we do it. Because personally, I don't even like leaving drinks down. So it's not something that I push out for my own personal brand. I mean, for my business brand. Again, because of sweat. Even so, it doesn't even look good. I mean, there's ice in this drink. I can see the sweat.
Right.
It doesn't look good, So it's something I don't like to do. So what we do is, please, if it's 15 minutes or 10 minutes at the time that guests are coming in, would have probably done them in like dispensers and begin to dispense them across.
For how
But
long do you keep them on those display units?
so because it's let's say 10 minutes before people walk in, and once people come in, they rush it and pick it. So it's
Okay.
not, we would never do it down for like an hour, not even 30 minutes, not even 20 minutes. The best you can do is probably have the glasses, but even face them down. And once the coordinator says, okay, guys, cocktail hour is going to start, we need you to like pour drinks or, pull drinks, fill them up with drinks. We then turn them up, do the garnishing we need to do, and then put the drinks there. 10, 15
Right.
minutes max,
Some people
personally.
are asking why waiters pass the cocktails over their food. and their armpits and things.
Training.
Yeah, that's why I say it's
Training.
training. I think
Training.
there should
Training.
be
I
a
mean,
standard
I agree.
training.
And
Training.
it's general waiters, even food waiters sometimes. Like if every small chops waiters, drinks
Talk
waiters,
over. Yeah, I
it's
think there should be a
training.
Training.
standard for
Basically.
training. Yeah, and I
Training.
think
Training.
everybody, whether you're in the event, sorry, whether you're drinks or your food, every waiter should have the standard procedure of training.
Mm.
I think
Yes.
it's something we need to
Training is something
consider.
it's a place you can definitely
Yeah,
come in from, yes. And
Do
they'll feel cared for.
yeah.
mm.
They'll feel
Can
safe.
I hold your thoughts? I
Okay.
still have plenty questions for you. Bui,
Oh, yeah,
I
wait,
want
I
to
have
ask you
some.
this.
Sorry, Molara.
Yeah.
Why is it that you drinks people, you never want to bring glasses for after party? You know those caterers, they will be struggling to remove their glasses, wine glasses, and everything from the tables as soon as they finish cooking and serving.
Bui,
Okay, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
I said, why don't you drinks people like bringing glasses to events, especially after party events that have after
So
party?
we bring disposable cups for the after parties. Not we don't set up tables
well,
basically. If you have to set up tables, of course we'll bring glasses.
But you know, some clients, luxury clients,
Right.
would not want those
So
after
so so
party.
the point so
Disposable.
the point is if I set up a bar, of course there'll be like
Yeah,
whiskey glasses, there'll be some
yeah,
champagne glasses, there'll be
yeah.
some tequila glasses, there'll be disposable cups as well. But the point is that at the end of the day, I see why the caterers trying to pack up their glasses before the event is over. At the end of the day, the glasses are missing, they're broken, they're and who's going to bear the loss? But
mm,
if you
I
are
agree.
yeah, but if the clients are able to pay for glasses, of course we'll rent glasses and bring to the event. It's usually not a big deal for us. We'll just put the glasswares and then we'll put a cost to it, and then we'll get the glasses.
okay.
Okay. My question is this, Bui.
Yes.
Is there a time we can say why is okay, is enough, is okay? The alcohol content in this party is getting a bit crazy. We need to stop. Does that ever happen in Nigeria?
Okay. You see, so the problem in Nigeria is that um, the sense of entitlement is very high. If you get what I'm saying. So I'm just assuming that I'm at a party, I'm a guest, and then I can see on the table they are drinking. They've had 6 bottles of champagne, and I've had 3 on my table. I'll question the vendor. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I'll question the vendor and ask why do they have more bottles than I do? You get what I'm saying? I mean, are we not at the same party? I don't know when the same as be. Do you know what I give the client? Do you know I bought him some drinks? Why you not? Some people walk up to you and say, I know what we bought at the event, of which I didn't speak with you for the event. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it can be controlled. Like I do control it. It can be controlled, but you see, people sometimes are not very patient.
Mm, true.
And then the drinks are free of charge.
Mm,
If you're attending a party in the UK or in America where they give you a glass of champagne and that's it, or give you 3 or 4 glasses and that's all. It's different. But in Nigeria, they'll rather want to see their bottles on the table and they don't want to stop drinking. Which I usually just tell them, sir, you can also control what you drink. Let's give you more water than alcohol. But they don't. The truth is
mm,
that they don't listen. For me, it's a culture. I don't think it can be controlled. I don't think so. I don't think so.
mm.
Because if you try, in as much as you're trying to control it, you're getting insults on insults on insults non-stop. Sometimes
I
it
know
feels like sometimes it feels like you've stolen the drinks.
I know it can be controlled, but at the end of the day, it's kind of affecting the long run because a lot of guys now are having issues that have to do with our health based on all the drinks. We drink a lot in Nigeria, and we're
Too
not
much.
even drinking beer. We're
Yes.
drinking. We're drinking. You
Hard
have a
drink.
table. You see 20 bottles of champagne. Even the people that created the champagne, they expect you to drink as much of
Consume
that.
that.
And you're going to a party every other day, and you're doing that. So I don't know. That's why I asked that question. That is there a way? As much as I know that the client says, "Well, we want to spend 20 million or all that for the
Yeah.
party. But I think maybe with time we have to start concerning what people
Yeah.
are drinking at the
Yeah,
long
yeah.
run.
So I tried to also caution the clients as well to say, okay, you know what, let's reduce this. We can increase the champagne, we can reduce the whiskey, we can. But sometimes, they feel like you are trying to, question their decisions and stuff. So, and of course, you don't want to lose the job. You get what I'm
Of
saying?
course.
So you just let them do what they want to do. But
Yes.
and again, there are ways that we can also use to control consumption, basically by bottle service. Maybe when people don't drop bottles on the table, we just start to top up glasses, give them some time to, to relax and unwind the party, top up glasses. That way can also control the drinks to a level, if you get what I'm saying.
Okay. Do you ever
Yeah.
have cases of drunk? What? Okay, two questions. Do you have cases of people really getting, and how do you go about that?
Okay, so I've had a case of a guy got drunk and he threw up on my body by the bar.
You,
Wow. People on his body.
He threw
you.
up, yeah. I
Happens.
see. The entire food that he had at the party was all over my body. It was at Moson Center. But he didn't realize what he did because he was drunk. And
Yeah.
so it's one of those things. I've tried to control him. Please sit down. You've had a few. You've had something to drink, and then it became very insulting. What do you mean? Come on, give me the drinks. I report you to the celebrant. And I'm like, in the process of this chat, he threw up, and then I had to leave. I had to go home because I was smelling like yuck. You get what
So
I'm
what's the
saying?
best
And
remedy to a hangover? At
say that again.
immediately. If I want to solve a hangover, somebody that is drunk,
Uh,
at that point in time, what can I do? Is there any first aid?
uh,
Any first aid for
yeah, I'll
drunkenness?
go. So it
They say
depends on
it's
your
not
level of.
alcohol.
It depends on your level of drunkenness. So some you are gone. You can't even wake up. You understand what I'm saying?
That's so
But
true.
some you can take maybe all these analgesic, Panadol, and extra. Sometimes there's something that we learned when we were growing up. Alabukun is
Okay.
really strong. It really helps to control. It,
Okay.
it makes you, it clears it off like almost immediately.
Okay.
Which is not, it's not very good for the health, but
It will work
I'm not
for
trying
First
to.
thing,
Yeah.
you.
But it's like a first aid
Okay. Thank you for
and
that.
a lot of water as well.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
need to bring Wale on. So before we let you guys go, Jumoke, one last question for you. What is the truth about dry ice? What is the truth?
okay. My truth, or I mean, based on research and what I have found, is it's not. I won't put in drinks. It's
Okay.
not what I would consume, and we don't put. So I mean, of course, at the beginning, this was many years ago. Let's say 2015, when this trend really started, and paparazzi was there. We all did it. I did it. I remember a
Mm.
party. We had like a towel, and then it was very nice. But now, I mean, for many years, we do not put dry ice inside the drinks. But what we do, if the client still insists, is we just have like we have those maybe water cups close to maybe a display, and then put the dry ice there, and it just gives that effect, just like the normal way it does for like maybe bridal entrance in the past, but not inside the drinks. We do not. It's definitely not healthy to consume. It isn't.
Okay.
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 Jumaka, this question is for you. I
Okay.
noticed, maybe not you. Actually, I feel like having a cocktail right now. Anyway, I noticed
Beg of
that
you. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
how do we even control it? You have people who just mix anything.
Okay.
People just mix. They just mix. They just mix coloring, this, that. So what can we do about that?
Maybe.
Because
Yes,
you
please
don't.
go ahead.
I can go somewhere now, and I go to someone who says they're providing cocktails or mocktails, and
Yeah.
I say I want sex on the beach, and they're looking at me. What's that? Or I say I
Yeah.
want a margarita, and they're looking at me. So I notice a lot of people don't exactly know the trade, what it is, what
Molly,
a cocktail is, what a
you
mocktail
understand
is.
what you're saying. Also, where do they get water to mix? Because I've seen cocktail people that bring pure water to the, and we all know pure water. I've seen some that bring dispenser water, and I see some that fetch water at the venue.
Number one, water has absolutely no business in cocktails.
In cocktails, yeah.
Absolutely. What are we mixing?
Mm.
Like, in fact, I'm surprised.
No business.
Water.
Wow.
Like
Maybe they have to
So
wash,
that
somebody
maybe
that used,
washing their cups or something, but for cocktails,
exactly. So
water, no
see,
way.
when you see bags of pure water, it's probably to maybe, I don't know. I mean, so when
I,
we have water, kegs of water, it's to wash, the glass
I
cups,
The
say
you
more
know,
glasses.
attention. Yeah.
before, yes, before, just to make it clean, from where they're bringing it, even though they wash it, just to make, just rinse it up.
Yeah.
That's what I believe there is need for. But water is never part of, apart from the ice, which is meant to, like, keep the drinks balanced. Water has no place in it. In terms of, honestly, maybe president of NEBA will have something to say regarding maybe standardization or whatever.
We have
I have, I
plenty.
don't know. Yes, about maybe standardization, but we can't control. But the population of Nigeria and numbers, we're so many. Anybody can just sit in their house. I mean, and start a cocktail business. I mean, it's literally water right
Mm.
now. When I say it's everywhere, so it's left to the clients to say, okay, what's important to me. I know a lot of people who would go to events and they would never drink a cocktail apart from, okay, who is the vendor.
Yes,
So
I'm
if
one
it's
of
not this
those.
vendor, I'm sorry, I'm not taking the cocktail. So it's really left to the clients, the individuals to say, this is what I want. And some people don't care. And it's not what anybody can really control,
Mm.
in my opinion.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
come
Thank
back to standardization. There really has to be a standard
you.
for all these things.
Right.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping that it would work because our reach, the numbers, the population, there's some places we cannot even reach. So I'm hoping that, at least,
Yeah, but if we start, then it trickles.
yeah,
I mean, if
yeah,
you stand for something,
Yeah, we start
then
from
it
something.
will work. I mean, this is something we're doing.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
might be little, but at least it's bringing some of us together.
Awareness,
Right.
And,
yes.
and awareness.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then my final. I think we are done. Are we done? Because I have a final thing to say so that I can just run
Oh, yeah.
because I'm at
Go,
Bamura.
go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So my final tips will be that sometimes I'm just saying in general
Mhm.
we pay attention to the content than the job itself because we
Mm.
want to post something that looks good.
Yeah.
We don't pay attention to the service, which is why we've been
Mm.
employed. You get what I'm saying? We pay attention to the after party paparazzis. That is not why
Yeah.
we have been paid. You get what I'm saying? The
Mm.
service is the water to soft drinks to beer to champagne to wine. You can attend an event and you're looking for water. But when you see the event on Instagram, it looks like, wow, they did the job.
Mm.
You get
Mm.
because the content are very tight. So let's just pay more attention to the service than the paparazzis. That's it for me because that's
Absolutely.
really nothing.
Thank
Although
you.
it's what they see, but eventually when they see paparazzis, and then the service is not tight, the jobs won't come.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
that's just all I have to say, basically.
Absolutely. You are so right. You're so, so very right.
So, Jumoke,
Thank you for that.
to reclaim your craft. Dash, 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 dash.
Right. Come again, please.
To reclaim your craft. Dash, 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 dash. What would it be for you?
To reclaim your craft, have integrity and be authentic.
Mm.
Basically.
Have integrity. Integrity would allow you to deliver.
Basically.
And authentic would allow you to do things the way you're meant to do it, your way. So even if you're still following trends, you still keep that originality because it is your creativity. So
Very
it's
important.
not what anybody can take from you. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say to reclaim your craft, act with integrity and be authentic.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jumoke, don't go anywhere. I know Oga
Buyi
has
has
to
to
go.
go.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
God bless you
Bye,
all.
sir.
Well done.
Jumoke, I have a
Okay,
question
bye.
for you.
Okay,
Bye.
I'm
While
here.
while President comes, why is it that eh, I am at venue? They are waiting for a drink, that I have to drink. Then I say, wait, 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 wait. Then they'll now bring the drink. Then the content creator will take picture like 5, 10 times.
Yes,
before
all
they
of them
can give,
talking all over the drink.
Just
before they
tell
go and give the guest that has paid for the drink. They say,
I
wait,
know,
wait, 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 wait. What
I
is
know.
going on? And a lot of
See,
that is happening now. What
I
is going
know.
on?
In fact, we have more content creators than even even guests sometimes, because every vendor now, I mean, we all have we have to tell these stories, but right now, in all honesty, it is what it is. As much as so it doesn't happen like every time. When I say every time, we like every guest, but it's the truth. It happens. And I can just say that for us, we just continue to work better on that. In as much as we want to create this content, we still need to respect people. And yeah, so for us, we have a content creator who is by the bar, and she would always ask for permission. Is it okay to do a video? And even when so we'll do that. And even when you go right into the crowd, there's still that decorum we expect and still communicate. So we just continue to be more conscious about it. Hi,
Because now
President.
you won't even take
Hi,
pictures
Marcus.
of people.
Hi.
They won't take videos of people without, you don't even know whether I told my wife that I'm going to be at that party. Meanwhile, the
I
content
know.
creator is taking you. You know,
Hold,
In fact, we've
hold
had we've
play.
had some events that we've been told, like, we post them up, and this is just being transparent, and they're like, please bring, so like someone contact us, can you please bring that video down? And that happened like maybe like 2-3 times, and since then, especially for kids parties, so it's not something we do, because we just realized that people are quite, we didn't know, in all honesty. We did it like maybe 2 or 3 times, but when they were in idea, we made it, please put it down. So that has made us a bit more conscious to say, okay, you know what, it's time to start to be a bit more respectful and conscious about
We're
this. So
doing
yeah.
too much.
Yeah, we're doing too. I agree, and it's again, this conversation is happening, so I'll take it back. We'll see how we can create this content, tell these stories, but still respect people's privacy, and yeah, give the value that we're meant to give.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Can I go?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
a
you can
hurry.
still go.
No, I'm not in a hurry. I'm fine. Please, I'd like to hear. I'm still here.
President General, you're here.
Fine
Good
enough, I
evening.
can see him.
Hi, good evening. How are
Good
you?
evening. Very, very well, thank you. And you?
Good, thank you. We have the president of, okay, so is it president of Drinks Association or Beverage and,
Okay, so it's called the Nigerian Event Hosts and Beverage Association, which is like it's the household association for drinks vendors, cocktail vendors, anybody in the beverage industry, palm wine, juice vendors, and all that, tea, and everybody. It's kind of under the
Zobo.
association. So we'll just give them that's the name, Nigerian Event Hosts and Beverage Association, popularly known as NEBA.
are you ready for the hot seat?
Yes, I am ready.
No, he's a very
Okay.
cool guy. Oh. He's a very cool guy. I was okay for president. Though. He's a cool guy.
So
He's
my
very
first
cool.
Thank
question,
you.
I don't know if you've been following the conversation. So
Yes, I
one of
have actually.
we had talked about was um salary of the staff, you know, whereby there's dignity in labor, and maybe we can reduce some of the greed, i.e., clients giving them money to serve them stealing drinks. The annoying part of it is they steal a bottle of something that costs
Cost a
100.
lot, yeah.
They would never sell it for 100K. They'll probably sell it for 10, 20K, So at the end of the day, it doesn't even pay them. In my opinion, and I think everybody else shares this, that those boys work as hard as the ushers work, if not
What
more.
matter?
However, I guess because of the way they act when they're at work, it makes people think low of them, for lack of a better word. And we were saying they should have like a 15K salary, as well as hours worked. They should work for 8 hours, and anything after that, or work till when there is after party. After party should be a separate charge.
Charlie should be a
Kind of
separate child.
because this change cannot happen without you. We event planners, if it's something that you agree to, then we event planners should align. Do you get what I
No,
mean?
that's the standard.
Yes.
Yeah.
We should align. So what are your thoughts around this?
Okay, so yes, I agree with my colleagues that were talking about the issue of payments. The truth is that our staff generally, I mean, waiters generally are underpaid. We have to be honest with ourselves. But the truth is our clients are not ready to pay because, for example, I will tell you for a fact that I don't pay what the so-called general fee. And the reason why I do this is just to encourage his voice. The truth is, I was on a podcast recently and I spoke extensively on this issue because the truth is that these waiters they are like our gatekeepers. They are like the face of our businesses, and we need to actually pay attention to them. And I think it was during one of the coalition events recently that this matter came up, and Apoem quickly jumped on it and did a waiters training recently, which I was one of the speakers. But like Icebox said earlier, NEBA, it's one of our tasks in NEBA to train all our waiters all over Nigeria. Like we went to Abuja to train them. So last year we did Abuja, Ibadan, we did Abeokuta, Lagos. You have 3 different places in Lagos. Like we did different side of Lagos so that everybody can. We did Warri, we did we did about 6 places, and this time around we're moving to other parts so that we can cut across Nigeria because that's where the whole association is. And I think training should be a continuous thing for these guys.
Yes.
Did you get like an everyday thing? I speak to my waiters every day. I have access to them. Every day we go for an event. They always get something back from me, and it starts from the fact that I don't want anybody to give me an excuse of the reason why I stole is because I wasn't properly paid. Because some people, if you pay them 100K per event, they will still stay. Do you get? So let's put that one aside. Yeah, that's the truth. Some people are just naturally in their head, in their DNA. There's stealing in their DNA. But the larger percentage of these guys don't even, some people, so it goes back to how did this guy get into the waiting business in the first place? And that's why what I was told to speak about in that poem recently is service and the passion for what you're doing. Because some people just do it like side hustle for them. Yes, it could be side hustle. It could be side hustle, but I told them there right there, I use myself as an example, that a side hustle can become your main hustle. Because during my training in Abuja last year, I met with a guy that was a waiter. This guy drove to the event, he was well dressed, he was apparently he's a waiter, he serves in Nassau Rock and all these places. Recently, I met the guy, he started doing drinks. He started as a waiter. He came to speak, so we hired him to come and speak to these guys because they do the same thing. How did you get to this level by waiting and all? I'm trying to remember the guy's name now. I saw him in Lagos recently doing a wine tasting. He was greeting me. I know this face. When he told me, I said, "Wow, so what are you doing there? You are not serving." He don't say now he has started doing drinks and all that. I was even looking forward to doing it. I said, "Wow, interesting." You get? So I used that guy as an example for them a lot, and a couple of other waiters that have been doing like Icebox said. I have got waiters that have been working with me for over a decade.
Yeah.
Married, has kids.
Kids,
Do you get? Obviously, their side also in these things that you can actually be productive. So I told them that the number one, do you have passion for this? And I told them how I got into the business. There was more of passion for me than making money. This business was my side also before when it started, but it's now the main also now. So the main also now has now become a side also. A decade down the line, that's when it became the main also now. So I use myself as an example to them that, see, you need to think outside the box. Yes, you are getting paid 10,000 or 15,000 per day. I'm still going to get you what I feel they need to be paid, at least the barest minimum. But I mean, you get paid XYZ, and then when you are being paid XYZ and you do this job so well, and when I mean so well, without thinking that people are going to, because how did I get into this? I pay attention to these guys a lot, even when I wasn't into the business, because I like when you carry yourself properly. Just last week, Friday, a particular usher attended to me at a party that I was a guest. I had to go to the planner to commend the planner that, where did you get this usher? Like, if every usher attends to customers, I mean, clients like this, then we'll have, do you get every minute? It's not about, hey, please come, I want something. Every minute, this girl keeps checking up on, are you okay? Do you want something else? I mean, it was a process, and it was more of like a passion. You know that ladies is a very hospitable person. Like, hospitality is inbuilt in her, and that is what I think it should be with most of these guys. And I told them right there that day that if you make this thing your passion, because it's what you do every other day. Like, we have waiters that work from Monday to Sunday. They're doing this thing back to back, and you're doing this thing every week for the whole year. Whether you like it or not, it's more of your main also than the side also. And you, because you do this thing so well, I mean, you do it regularly, you should be so good at it that it becomes easy for you. You're giving your client comes, you say hello to your client before you just come and dump water in front of them and walk away. So we do these trainings are things that you do every other day. You speak to them, and you know, and while you're doing your job, you get tipped in the process. I will give a lot. When I say tip, at least I know some heavy tips. I know clients that send as much as 200K to my account. Give it to your boys. They did a fantastic job. I was on holiday. I just came back last week. I was on holiday for like 4 weeks. Right there where I am, they're sending money to me to send to them that they did a very good job. Do you get? I'm talking like a 200K, 300K. There was a day years back at Landmark. Give them 500,000. Because what? Because they did a good job. How much were they paid that day? 10,000. Do you understand? So these things, I tell them, when you do a good job, tipping is part of our business. Don't ask for it. Don't go and say anything for me. That thing pisses me off. Like, it aches my body. Like, anything for you, how? What did you do for me that you're asking me for money? Let me be the one that will say, oh, this guy is very good at work. Maybe from your dressing, from your approach, from the way you carry yourself. They say, go and bring Coke. You went there, you didn't find Coke, and you came back to tell the client that, sir, there's no Coke. Do you want malt? Or do you want Schweppes? And he said, okay, go and bring that one. Now you go and come back. Not that there's no Coke, you just disappeared. And you're still going to pass. These clients, they pay attention to these things.
Yeah.
I've had cases whereby waiters are being helped by these clients that they've seen them over time at events. You know, because we have clients that go to events every weekend. They are that outgoing and they go to events, and they see these guys every other weekend. And they call them and say, okay, Shamsai, this, what do you do? What else can you do?
Yeah.
Do you get? So, I mean, in this same training that we had recently, people talked about how clients has been of help to them because they saw them at the event and they liked what they are doing. So, I mean, I think, like you said earlier, that these guys can be very funny sometimes. So that's where this training thing comes in. Like, it shouldn't be something that we will leave and say, okay, we'll do yearly. No, it should be a continuous. Even as business owners, let's have a TED talk with them every day. They go out and say, okay, no, this one, that one, this one. If I go to any event, I don't care if it's Mandy's, I don't care if it's natural, I don't care the way. If I see you doing anything, I'm going to hold you because I know all your bosses. I'll put them on the phone now because the way I will even talk, because I will put them on the phone now and ask you, why are you dressed like this? Why are you wearing Dunlop slippers at the party? You said you're wearing shoes since. Buy a shoe that is comfortable for you. There was a time when I traveled, I buy shoes for this guy. I realized that after buying shoes for them, they were wearing it to parties.
Yes.
The work that I bought shoes for, you know. So you know these guys are full of drama here and there. But the truth is that we would not stop. We would keep on pushing them. I mean, like, we'll keep on pushing because these guys, the truth is that they do a lot.
Yes.
For every event we have, I will talk about drinks now. I don't know about cocktails. Cocktails can be a bit, I mean, not that I don't know because I do cocktails as well, but it can be a bit light. Jomoka can be a bit like, okay, cocktails just, you know, you get maybe the bulk is okay, getting the drinks and liquors and everything. But for drinks, you have to source for so much water, soft drink, everything. You have to source for it all week. So for events of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we are at it from Monday. Getting all these things, loading different trucks 2 days, a day before, getting to the venue, offloading, setting up, now getting into going to change, getting to the business of the day, doing all these things, now packing up again, going back to the venue. So it's like a 3-day thing, and you still want to pay that person 10,000 or 15,000. It's not fair. So
Sorry.
that's why I said to me that, okay,
Yeah.
you want to say something?
No, sorry. I didn't want the question to pass. Somebody said,
Oh,
have you ever
okay.
artist at your event? You know
Have I ever
that
what?
we had a guest artist at your
Okay,
event, and
okay.
30 minutes after they finish, you know all your waiters are gone.
So I agree. So that part, artists performing. So this one is not even
Dancing.
about artists performing or
Or
dancing. No
dancing.
dancing. You cannot. You
Human
cannot.
being.
You
So
that dancing. Dancing. Some people have lost their entire day pay because you are dancing at events. I don't want to know
Yeah,
how
that's
interesting this. No, I don't want
yes,
to know how interesting this thing. So there's
they
some
are
things that don't
gone.
work for me. It doesn't work for me, unfortunately. So it's either when that happens, you can go and work for someone else. And these are the options that these guys have. They can always go and work for someone else. I mean, when they are not the key guys. Like Icebox said, we have the main guys that have overtime, so they are staffs. You get that? They have contract staff. So for the contract staff, you have to align with me. There's some things I don't take. Even if it's 11 a.m., if you are not talking, you are in trouble. You are not properly dressed at 11 p.m. You are in trouble. Don't come and give me that. I've been talking this morning. I did like this. The thing came out. No, when it comes, I put it back inside. Don't go and wear Crocs at 11 and say your shoe is paining. Buy a particular shoe for your event. I address this guys to the extent that this is the business you do regularly. You take money from your pocket. Go and buy a wine opener. A 3 or 4 in 1 wine opener that opens drink, that opens wine. That should be your what's it called that you take to events. It's not me that will come and buy opener for you. I bought so many openers in this, like they misplaced it. So the criteria for working for us, for NFV, is that you are going to come with a nicely ironed black trousers, a nice shoe, nice socks, and belts. So that is why. So if we need 20 waiters, I will tell them to tell 25 people to come. First 20 that meets up that, those are the ones that are going to go to work.
Exactly.
If you like waste your transportation, is your business. So number one, you cannot be late.
Yes.
They know that is the first confessor. So these are if we as business owner put these things, I know it's going to be difficult. It's always difficult. Me saying it doesn't mean it's 100% from my end. No, it's not. But at least over the years, they've grown to where that they know they don't need me to, because even if I'm not there, the CCTV is there. By 6 o'clock, I'm up. I know the first person that entered the office. So you cannot even lie to me. So behind the scenes, even if I'm not there presently, there's something that's watching. I wish they know. So they cannot tell me you got in at 6:05 when the CCTV stamped it that you got in at 6 o'clock. There's a CCTV seeing the gates as you're walking into the compound. So these are the things, extra effort that we try to put in place as business owners to try and shape these people's life. I've got waiters that have graduated to drinks vendors by themselves. They learned the ropes doing all these things, and I'm proud that this XYZ person under my tutelage, I'm sure so many people from under Mandy's, from under Xbox, from under Bonnie, so many of them are out there today and say, we even meet at events. Maybe they are doing for bride, I'm doing for good. Wow, our guy, we are here today. I say, thank God, to God be the glory. You have gotten to this level, and and if you're still doing it, I still see something, I'm still going to correct you there, even if it's your business. I'm still going to correct you there. That is this how you were taught? Look after this, because I see waiters as, like Mandy said earlier, they said when it happens, they will not say is the waiter. They say, I want more. I want more Mandy's lotion. I want more Envy lotion. I want more Xbox lotion. So these are the names. It is our business name that goes out there when this thing happens. So I feel that continuous training is just the way forward for everybody, not just drinks alone. Caterers and every of us in the event industry, we need to take this training serious. Periodic training, maybe quarterly training, and personal training of staff. Personal training of staff as well. We need that a lot. And for me, if we can agree for the funds for these guys, if we can agree, 15K, 20K is not bad, honestly. Looking at what these guys are doing. And if we can agree as a whole, yes. But the truth is that how these things now work is that even if some of us agree, some people will go behind the back and go and reduce the fee to collect the job, because I know that I have lost so many jobs. I've lost so many jobs because when the money moved from 5K, I know when majority was paying 5K, I was one of the first people that moved to 7.5 because I already calculated transportation for these guys, and okay, let's see, after transportation, let them take the 5K home. Okay, let's add 2.5 to this money. And when everybody moved to that 7.5, okay, we moved to 10K. You get, so we're moving gradually. But when you move, I've lost so many jobs because they told me I have an invoice in front of me that is saying 5K. I said, I'm sorry, I cannot take 5K. I did not give me the job. Everybody moved at the end of the day. Do you get? So does it pay me? I could have collected the job and paid them the 5K. But the truth is that we need to keep standing our ground with this client, because when we collectively move this thing forward, the clients won't have any choice. When they collect 10 invoices and it's the same minimum of 15K or 20K, they won't have any choice.
Exactly.
But when they have 5 invoices and your invoice is saying 20K, the rest is saying 10,000.
Eventually, by the time they steal all their guests' phones and steal all their...
Do you understand? Some people, clients ask me why I'm paying this much, and I bring it down that, sir, I'm sorry, how much are you paying ushers for this event? We are paying ushers maybe 20K or 15K, and we're asking for 15K. I say it's too much. And I break it down that, okay, the work that these guys do, they get there as early as 6 a.m., 7 a.m. They are the first to get to venue, they are the last to leave. A whole day. Some people walk into the other day. You will tell them to pay for 2 days, it's problem. Do you get? After party starts at 12. These people have been at the event since 7 o'clock in the morning. After party starts at 12, they not party till 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. And you still want to pay them. It's not just fair, but will they listen? So I think it's a collective thing.
Yes.
Okay, I can see that Usher 30K. It's a collective thing. If we can actually work towards it and move it towards 50. In fact, the truth is that 20K is not bad, honestly. It will curb stealing to an extent. Yes, it will. But I'm still not that's opinion that because you have been paid 1 hour, that's why you're stealing. No, it's not an excuse at all.
Okay, I think thank you so much. Chinwe says it's not adding up. I think one thing I think I've gotten from this is that we need to do training. Training is very important. It's continuous. We have to. It's almost to the extent that I am going to get a waiter, drinks person or a cocktail person now, maybe we are going to start getting to are your waiters trained? Are they trained by so and so? We need to get to that extent that waiters know.
Sorry, I just really remember something now. And like this training that we had that happened in Madrid recently that I went to speak, I was disappointed in the number of people that showed up. That's another thing. So the question is that, because the amount that was asked for that training was just 5,000. The bosses could pay for them to go and train. They could take the money by themselves. I don't think we had up to 50 people. Imagine how many businesses, because in our association alone, I know how many of us.
Yes.
I know how many caterers, and in total, we had less than 50 people. Someone was saying because it's not free. I said no.
But sorry to cut you. That is one of the things we have. Even I will accuse all of you. We need to, and that's what I said at the beginning of this thing. First of all, we need to join one thing or the other. Everybody needs to be part of one association or the other. But I think the main thing in the event industry is everybody feels that they can just do it on their own.
I agree with you.
That is the major thing. Everybody just thinks, look, I don't need you. So that's your business. But they're not knowing that if we all come collectively, we will do so much. We will gain better advantage even with government and everything. But you call something, let's do something in the event industry. Everybody's like, oh, you people are on your own. Why should we join you? Why should we be part of? And that's what's happening. Even on my Instagram or is this WhatsApp, there are so many event groups. Everybody's just forming a group or the other. There's no collaboration. I don't know why.
You're actually correct. I think us coming together as a force, will be taken more serious than as individual, and that's why I keep telling people. Like earlier this year, in April 30th, we had a conference. We call it, it's a NEBA expedition, and it was after the event that people know. Oh, so we did not even know that there's something. This one down. That. Yes, quite a number of people now. No, there's an association. Okay, now let's now join. But some people will say, so what are they doing there? Oh, I don't have time. And that's the truth, because now you can easily speak to the government as an entity, rather than you one person saying you want to go and meet the government and say, okay, you want to fight for something. Okay, let's say, for example, we want to, because another thing that we're trying to do as an association is trying to go meet with all these people, logistics. Okay, so we're talking about logistics, and myself and Esco looked at, okay, how can we help? Because we realize that this of event, we are going to the venue, safety will stop you, VIO will stop you, police will stop you. Let's go and meet with all these organs and tell them that there's an association called this one. Please, I'm not saying they should not have papers, but in the morning, maybe when they catch them, book them, let them go for their events rather than delay them.
Yeah.
And they will not get to the event on time. Book them, or if they don't have, book them and say, well, a member of, okay, don't worry, I take your details, take everything, and book them for the offense. They will come back and come and pay. Seize one of their
That
documents,
makes
they
a
come
lot
back
of
and
sense.
but let them go.
You said is that APOEM has a relationship with LASMA. Rental Association has a relationship with LASMA. Yeah, do you understand? It shouldn't be that way. It should be anything events. You get
so that, and that's why I always encourage when we have these events, maybe because we actually now need to work more to now make it more effective, like another body, a bigger body that brings all these associations together, collaboration kind of thing. I think we've done it once or twice, where we had the Bouncers Association were there, Caterers Associations were there, the Drinks Association, and the event planners. Everybody was on that one body, and we all came out and spoke our truth, and we cried, and okay, as a bigger body,
yes,
the event industry, under which you have XYZ, then
or how
so we can even do that. Mix with the Ministry of what's it called, Ministry of Tourism. You get, and I think we should look that way. And
sorry to cut you in. I think that was the whole purpose of APOEM then. They were supposed to be the bigger body for everybody. It's not supposed to be for event planners, but I think everybody kind of wants relevance. But that's really what APOEM is for. APOEM is not for event planners. It's supposed to be for everybody. But look at this live stream now. We only have maybe 30 people online.
I was getting there.
But if it was that it was something to do with rumor or something, you will see about 2,000, 3,000 people there.
I know. Yeah, I was just going to say that when I mentioned the issue of the waiters training, that we only have 32 people here. And I remember that earlier today when they posted this thing, and when I joined the collaboration, my social media manager never saw it and said, can I post? I said, yes, please post it on our page, post it in our group, so that people, and a couple of them messaged me, how do we join this? Even on our group chat now, it says, go to this handle and join this live. But how many people join at the end of the day? So these are the little issues that we have. But I know it's just a matter of time. We'll get there. We will not stop. We'll keep pushing. And
I think once the awareness is there, the communication is consistent. The changes would happen.
Okay, we're getting there. Somebody says APOEM events industry town hall meeting. Maybe if we call people, maybe they will answer. But we'll keep trying. We'll let the APOEM president know. We'll keep trying till we get there.
Yeah.
Because a lot can be done. We can do so much more. And in unity, we'll achieve more, much more. Yeah. Thank you so much, Presido.
Sorry, Molara. Please, I'm so sorry. I still have just 2 questions, and then I'm done. So, Presido, the drinks and beverage industry is also, because people sent questions before then. So they said you guys are for violence. That you guys are known for domestic violence. That if people are fighting parties, that it is you people. It's you people that break bottles. If you people that
break each other's heads,
beat people, break each other's heads. and everything. So, what is the plan? How can we stop beating ourselves and breaking bottles
Please,
and things?
and exchanging food and drinks. It's between food
Okay,
and
so about this, I'm going to be very honest. I think in one of the meetings, this thing came up to one of these collaboration things that we did, and we talked about violence. And I said, I don't know why it's okay to be tagged to one particular. Do you know that the truth is that for every offense that is committed in an event center at any point in time, it's never possible that it's just one person
Of
that is
course.
doing. And don't let us forget that these waiters work across board. There's nothing like there's a waiter that is strictly doing drinks or strictly doing food or strictly doing XYZ. All these waiters are just there. They go for the maybe highest bidder at any point in time, or they go for the person that calls them at any point in time, maybe food, maybe drinks. So these guys are so good with food and with drinks. And this is where this training still comes in. Because at that training recently, I saw all these guys looking so good, smelling so good, because I entered that hall, and in my head, I was thinking, okay, a bit of 1 or 2, 3 body odor, because it was a small space. One or two, 3 body odors would jam and it would smell some type of way. But the truth is that nothing of such. And I asked them the question: if you can be like this on a day like today, why is it that that day that you are coming for events, you now appear like a madman? Even before wearing, and they all were smiling. I said, see, it comes back to the passion you have for the job. Why can't you dress like this to work in the morning? When you get to work with your bag and everything, you say, and it's time to work. And you take off all these things you're wearing, hang them properly, have another change of clothes that you use to set up and all that. And when it's time for the event, they give you uniform. The only thing company gives you is the top, the uniform, whichever way they make it. They give you. You go into the bathroom, you wash up, use your roll-on and wear it, and
roll on.
very, very, very. I mean, the smallest of the things. Because I told them that, see, people smelling is not that they are the greatest of people to smell. Even as a big man, if you do not have your bath and you do not use roll-on, you would, and you sweat for a number of hours, you will smell.
Yeah.
Do you get? So it's just hygiene. It's personal hygiene for you. So, and it comes to this violence thing we're talking about. Some people are naturally temperamental, and now these people, maybe because they are now at the back end where there is drinks and they have this superiority thing that, okay, you are the one in charge of drinks. And the food people say, you are the one in charge of, okay, if you don't give me drink today, you are not going to give me food. That's how it starts. People now be saying, I'm more important than you. Okay, go and eat that food. I will see if you know what you drink after this thing. And I'm like, what is this for crying out loud? Even after some clients have even prepared food for these vendors, no, they will abandon that food. It's that food of the clients, that they now go and use to do trade by barter.
Trade by barter.
You get? I wish there is something, and this is me trying to be. We would keep trying our best
Supervisors to be on alert.
Supervisors to be on alert and be after these people. When I attend the event, you don't know. My staff don't know if I'm in the country or not. They don't know if I'm coming for the event or not. When I come in, I can get down from the gates and sneak in, coming from behind. I want to catch you in the act. Because if I catch you in the act, you are going home straight. You are done for the day. Even if you have been working from morning, you are going home. Please remove my uniform. You get? If you argue, I used to have a staff that does not smile. Apparently, that's how he has been all his life. Like, he has this black face. He's now black. I don't create human beings. It's God that creates everybody. But you know what I did for this guy? I told the supervisors to make sure that anytime they need anything from me, they should send this guy to me. And I told him, if you want to get anything from me, you have to smile. If you cannot smile, you can. I can tell you for free now that this guy now has a bit of, he has released those muscles a bit, because he knows when he's coming. So when they want to come and ask me for something, they will tell him to come and ask me. Yes, sir. I look up. We were talking. I'm looking at him. I said, because you have not done what you're supposed to do, smile. You will not die if you smile. Because I can imagine me as a client sitting down, and that guy is coming to serve me with that face. I would feel uncomfortable with it. But as God will have it, over time, the guy has released. I mean, I now realize that he wasn't actually born like that. He just got stuck in that space of his life. Strong face. Now, he's still, the face is still there, but at least a bit of smile, and this guy now over the years have become one of the bad guys now. When I see him dress, match red socks with red uniform, everything now, I say, when you shining shoe and everything, I said, this is a work in progress. Do you get? So those violence, so people are temperamental. In fact, when I see you talking to your colleague and you're shouting already, I know you can become. In fact, right there, I can second you to chest outside. You cannot go and make plans. Because clients will tell you go and make something out, you can say, Shebi, I brought something for you. Do you get? So their character, even when we gist, I noticed some things. I called the attention of the supervisor and say, this guy, is that you just put him somewhere? And when he says, why are you not putting me here? Explain to him that because you are talking like you are shouting. Some people want to express themselves, but they are shouting. See, you are shouting. You're talking to a client like this, it will look like you guys are fighting. So everything still boils down. Even the so-called violence thing we're talking about still boils down back to training. When your staff knows that if you do XYZ and you get caught, you are going home. You are not going to say, let me pity, if he goes now, who's going to do the job? No. I'd rather have 5 extra staff that can take over from you immediately so that you will know that it's not business as usual here. I know in December it could be madness that those things can be very, very difficult in December because everybody is working back to back and tired, back to back, and they are tired. And in December, sometimes they are worn out.
Yeah.
That I understand. I encourage them by, okay, you know what, December, because from time memorial, December payments are always different from normal day payments because the work is back to back. They are sleeping now in the office. From there, they are loading again. They are going to the venue. Sometimes they don't go to their houses for days, back to back. They are tired. They are well. So, in fact, in December, when they set up in the morning, I make sure that, because we have this time after setting up from maybe 10, 11, they don't do anything until about 1, 2 when the event really starts. That time, if you want to go and sleep, go and sleep. If you want to stretch, just be calm so that by the time you start the work, it won't be obvious in your faces that you. So it still boils back to training at the end of the day. That is even the bulk of everything now. These guys need to be hearing this thing every day. Yeah, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you cannot do this. I see other people's stuff, and when you do this, if I report it to your Oga, in fact, you will not become for the job again. The moment they hear that, Oga, you're sorry. I said, so you have to be.
Sir, I can hear you.
Can everybody, can brands, can they take feedback? Like you see like a Mandy's staff doing something, and then you call Mandy's, and can we take feedback?
That's
I think
another
some
thing.
people do.
I know
The
some
other
people
day,
do. I
I
know a
think some
couple of
people
people
do.
do. Now some people don't care. Like
Yeah,
some people say, "What's the business? Why you? What is it a
yeah,
business?"
some people do. I
I
saw
don't
a
know.
caterer and her boys were begging. I think I took the picture and said to her, "Semola won it, you know."
Yeah.
So some people do. Some
I
people
saw a
do.
caterer staff do something today too at a venue, and I know the caterer very well, but I didn't call out because I don't want
Because
problems.
you don't want problem. Yeah, I get
I
you. Because
usually
maybe you
call.
called
I
some
don't even
people
care. I will
and
call,
you
but
didn't like
usually like
the
you.
way they answered. Yeah, I know these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what,
But I don't
President, you
think we
said
should stop.
something now.
I don't think we should stop actually.
I think apart from training, because we have to go soon. Apart from
Okay.
training, I think we need to do more retreats and also do things for mental health as well. For this guy, retreat and mental health. Because like you said, some of these people we don't even know what they're going through. We just
Going
see them
through.
every day. We don't know what
So,
they're facing.
so
Yeah,
that
Jumoke,
is
you
so,
want to say something?
yeah, I mean it's so very important because sometime last year when we're doing like strategy for the new year, and so it was me and then I brought in someone external. I had to leave the room because the way these men broke down. The way, because I brought in an external person who is a man, to talk to them about all these things, the way they broke down, and then some of them were crying, the baggage some of them deal with. So it sort of comes, when they work. So that's why personally, like, we've been saying training, we don't need to wait for a formal training. What I do, I talk to them for every event, even if I don't go, I speak to them. But I try to go for, like, even if not all, most events at the beginning, go see them, talk to them, just communicate with them. And then for some, once I notice that there's something, again, like I said, most of the waiters, I know them. They're not even waiters, they're staffs. One-on-one, when you have one-on-one with them and you show that you care, I can tell that you can see some changes, and it's just like, okay, this boss is seeing me. And I think that's the level we need to get to as business owners, to let our staff know that, we see you.
Yeah,
We see them,
Work. We actually see you, we understand you. And I mean, personally, I think that works.
Jumoke is actually correct, because I know there's some of our business owners that don't even know the names of their staff because they don't care.
Yeah.
But that's not good enough. I care. In fact, it's the case where you now feel entitled. That's when I start having problems. Because all these people can, when you come down to their level and you do a lot, they now feel entitled. They now feel entitled and start saying, in my boss, because I play to the best of my ability. I play even in the office. Sometimes I just say, you know what, we're not working this weekend. Let's come to the office and let's have drinks. And now sometimes when I tell some people about themselves, they will like, wow. So these guys, I follow them on social media. Follow them, I'll be seeing them. Say, oh, yes, your girlfriend's birthday is yesterday. Well done. Or you spend all your life. These conversations, so that you will know that. And so that's why when some of them are getting married, they call you, they have children, they tell you they have children, and you do your part.
Yeah.
You get they come with okay, all my staff's birthday now. They make it a point of duty to send me a message, sir, today is my birthday, because they know that something must drop.
Yeah.
So if you don't have rapport with them, they will not even bother about you. So like Jumoke said, it's a big deal when we need to try and get close to them, and in that process, they can actually open up to you if they're actually going through stuff, not the ones that will take advantage of you. Because some people too, they're coming to come and lie to you to collect something from you. They don't have any problem. They don't. So in the process of doing it, you set the boundaries too. No, you can't cross the line when you are doing this. Yeah, it's okay. You are going through. Some can say, sir, they've chased me from the house that you want to. Okay, so what is your plan? Usually they're going to chase you. Go. And now call the supervisor and say, go and find out. Did they really chase him? Okay, what can we do? And all that. So we just need to,
this rental thing. I just want to put it out there, what I do, and I'm happy to put those, who are interested on it. We are in partnership with an organization called Yalo, and once some of our staffs, they need rental loan, we take it to them and they actually give them loan. I don't know if you know Yalo, and that has really
Yalo like YALLO?
No, YALO. So they're an app, they're finance. So that's what their body, I think they're finance body, and that's what they do. So we've been with them for 3 years now. And so it's something I'm happy to, share because it works. So they just
Yellow
take
entry.
money. Yes, Yellow NG. So you can always reach out to them. It's quite seamless, easy. So it takes a lot of burden off my staff, those who need that burden. And it takes the burden off me as well, because I don't have to use my personal money or business money to help.
Yeah.
So once you come with this rental, once you come with that issue, I'm able to quickly put you on, assist you in the process, and then they get it, and it works. So again, once they know that there's some benefits, that this is me just sharing free strategy, but it's fine. We're here to help each other.
Definitely.
Once they also know that
well done. Okay, that's a good one.
There's this benefit of brand for them. It sort of even make them loyal, and they just know that.
Although some won't be loyal, but most will be loyal.
Yeah, for most. So again, for them to even access that loan, they must be like long-serving staff.
Okay.
And so, again, we've been doing it for 3 years, and it hasn't backfired.
Oh, thank God. So, President, to reclaim your craft, dash.
What's your final word?
So my final words to everyone listening is, it's to reclaim your crafts. It's not a one-man show. It's not a one-man show. Collaboration, it's what can get us there. And that's the truth. Whichever way we look at it, except we want to deceive ourselves. It's not, our industry is too big, is too massive for a one-man show. So collaboration goes a long way. Let's leave all yes, I'm good at what I do. Yeah, very good at it at that. Do you get? But is it all about me? No, it's not all about me. It's all about the space that you are operating in. Because when it's interesting in the space, then you can all, can all fly easily, and and like I said, the bulk of, and the major thing about the major thing we all have in common is these our staffs, these are waiters that I call them our postcards, because they wear our uniforms, and that's why I hold up uniform to extent that my uniform don't get missing, and every other day I try to make uniforms that are not common.
Yes.
Jiggets. I don't make my uniforms are not the regular white and black. Even if I have white and black, the design on it before you know it, before you go and copy it, you try. Jigget. So it's very important to the brand. So collaboration, it's the way forward. It's not a one-man show. So to help our craft, collaboration, it's key.
Just on the final thought for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the collaboration and association, how do we reach out? Or there's some people who just, me inclusive, I feel like sometimes when there's like this association, there's a lot of drama attached to it, and I'm speaking to a lot of people, and personally I love my peace. Yes. So it's, how do you then, of course you can't give them that assurance, but what do you, I'm talking to the president now. How do you safeguard, what are the measures that are there, so that, that you just put in place, so that when, you come, it's professional, it's there for business, there's no sentiment, there's nobody feeling senior, junior. We're here for a reason. I don't know. And this is me just really open, because I know of people who actually, yes.
I like that.
Or any neighbor, because of, I just don't want drama. I have so much going on in my life. I don't want to, yeah.
So how I will answer that is that I used to be like you, right? I don't like drama. In fact, when I got this responsibility was like practically dropped on my laps. I don't know, a couple of people just said that, okay, you should be able to do this. And whatever it's been given to me as responsibility, I do it so well with all my heart. And when it happened, I put my everything in it. I came up with a team that shared my vision. And the plan is we're taking NEBA to the next level. And everybody can see that in the last 2 years, a lot of things has changed. And it's still changing, because that even took us to the next level whereby, someone has answered you. My mind is that there's no drama in NEBA. Someone just answered you now. So this last 2 years brought like a paradigm shift, to the extent that it was time for election. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm just going to say it because it is what it is. And you know what the association did? There was like a vote. Should we do election? Or they said no. This team has to come back. So we came back unopposed. Like there was no election, that brought us back again to come and continue from where we started. From where we started. And now the plan is, as we're moving, we're opening up the association. We are practically doing like a shadow. We're bringing people on board to come and see how we're running the association. There's no secret there. Everybody gets involved. For every office, you have like a committee of other members that are into it, that is doing one thing or the other. So we're carrying everybody along, so that I cannot, like, for example, now after this tenure, I'm done. But can they carry on from where we stop? That is the new way forward. That's the new plan now. And like I said, I can say categorically to you now, mind is that, yeah, there's no how you put 300 people in one place and there won't be a few, one or two, this thing. But when they see that it is not accepted here, they will have to behave. Do you understand? Is it from paying dues and from doing this? If you cannot function where they are doing this thing, then it's either you are with us or you are not with us. Do you get? And I'm happy that during this journey, it's been wonderful. People have been very people have been very helpful. I mean, they saw that okay, things have been done differently now, and they kind of aligned. And I know that the sky is the limit for us. So I can I can testify. You know, people, a few of them are saying that they can testify. So I can say categorically that we're moving. You know, we're moving
Yeah,
ahead.
we have to
Can I answer that for him as well? The
okay.
thing is that when it comes to association, people will always say all kinds of things.
Yeah,
People say there's drama. But the thing is that the people that are causing the drama are the ones that will say there's drama.
yeah.
Like he says, you have 300 people coming from different walks of life,
Background.
different backgrounds, different way of doing things. Of course, there are going to be cliques. You can't help it because
Yeah.
you gravitate towards somebody that you feel
Yours.
that you
Yeah.
know that is like you. Because that's what we hear in Apwem. Oh, Apwem is a clique. Apwem is a clique.
Mm.
And I always tell people, I don't know the clique. The only person I really knew when we started Apwem really gave me and maybe Funke. Every other person that came on board that is in Apwem now, I met in the association, you know. And that is what it is. You just gravitate towards people that are like you or you think you like. And one thing about association is association really, really, really helps collaboration a lot.
It helps a lot. A
A
lot.
lot
You
of
need to
people
see
in
the
Apwem,
connection
I
that's
just
going
look
on
at them
in.
and I smile.
Oh,
A lot of people have met each other in Apwem. But
Mm-hmm.
if you ask them now, they've forgotten that it was Apwem that
That
they
poem,
knew each
yeah.
other. Because they become family friends, they become family. So there's a lot in association that there's no advantage in association than not being a part of an association. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you even have something to say. And if you are not in an association, who is going to hear what you have to say?
Where's the
Then you
voice?
just find out that somebody that shouldn't be talking is talking on your behalf because you are not standing and doing what you should do. So that's my little contribution.
oh yeah, let
True.
me contribute. I have to contribute. It's like, I mean, when I joined that poem as well, I didn't even know anybody. Just like he said, I think I knew you, I knew Funke and a few other people. In fact, I think when I contested, Molara just asked me that day, Baby, are you going to contest for presidency? And like joke. In fact, I didn't even think anybody was going to vote for me, but I went on to do it twice unopposed. And every time we have elections, they still put my name, but I can't do it again and everything. But what I tell people about associations, it's not always about what you can get out of it, but what are you
Or you
bringing
can
to the table
bring it
yourself?
in.
Do you understand? Is what you are bringing to the table yourself, and that's what makes you even more relevant. Do you get what I mean? That's what makes you even more relevant when you are bringing stuff versus taking stuff from theirs. Even in Apple, I tell them all the time, some people don't like it. I think it's a professional association. Some of the little dramas that have happened maybe during my time or after my time, maybe somebody's auntie's daughter's brother is doing wedding. They will be upset that maybe the president did not come. I'm not coming for that event now. Do you understand? I don't have to come. Do you get? Of course, there are events that you would attend, you would do, So what I'm trying to say in essence, there should be a bond, but it should not be forced, and it should not cause an issue, you know, as well. We're there for one main reason, and we should remember that at all times. I think that also makes people, just like you said, feel like I don't want to join, I don't want to this, I don't want to that. But I mean, really, really, for me, it's what you can bring to the association. Each time I tell them I'm tired, I beg, I'm not doing again. Somehow they
Mm-hmm.
find a way back. But I have
It's
the passion.
convincing.
Passion is also there for me, for the industry, for
Mm-hmm.
Upwell, for the work that I do. You know what I mean? So please consider it.
And that supersedes. Oh no, honestly, well done. Thank you. It's been quite enlightening.
Yes.
Thank you.
I
Thank
think
you.
you guys have won the award for longest conversation. It's
Wow.
supposed it's supposed to be 1 hour. Hey,
Wow.
meanwhile, we are
Wow.
thinking that it's the event planner series that will be like 5 hours because the whole world wants to tear us apart.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so
Thank you
Thank you
much.
so
so
Well,
much.
thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
having
much.
us.
so much.
It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
being here.
Mandy, they're owing me a
Thank you
cold
so much.
cocktail.
Where can I do? Honestly,
Thank
thank
you
you. Such
so,
an
so
honor to be
much.
here. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
thank you so much.
All
You
Thank
right.
have a
you.
good
Thank
Yeah.
you.
evening. Bye
All
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
You. Thank you.